I am in my formal meets informal shirt, and I just thought I would put it on top of what I was wearing in case it, I don't know, would get you in the Christmas spirit more. I don't know, it's already 5:37 p.m. and I have spent much of the day asleep. It's not how I imagine spending Christmas, but at least it's a way to sort of relax and catch up and sleep a little. Don't even recall going to sleep that late. It was sometime in the morning, but I awoke and started to get ready, then fell asleep, and then started to get ready again and eat and brush my teeth and fall asleep again. And browse through my phone, wish people happy Christmas, fall asleep again. I just could not stop falling asleep. I still feel set. It's 5:38 p.m. Christmas is almost over, and I still feel so tired. I really feel so drowsy. I don't know. It's like someone put a sleeping potion. They laced my food with a sleeping potion. I feel so. I feel strange, very strange. So I think this tale will be replicated around the world and not solely the country. Everyone will be having a strangely unique Christmas. In my case, sleeping throughout Christmas, apparently. But I wanted to wish happy Christmas, and I know I've been leading hard, trying to forge ahead, trying to champion so many causes and projects, but I also feel that in some ways I've not been much of a leader or much of a public leader, so I also wanted to address that, and there's no magic that happens as soon as a new year starts. January 21st, 2021 will not see the world dramatically change, certainly not because it's January the 1st, but with that said, it's important to take hope from anything and everything, but also that it just so happens that things are real. I mean, also in my personal life with healthcare appointments, I'd given up hearing movement on things sort of back in neutral territory in some ways, rather than outright as negative, and other things. On the worldwide stage, these vaccines, if they work successfully, and if humanity learns for once, doesn't repeat the same mistakes, but learns, thinks hard about how to prevent future pandemics, how to keep the world clean and healthy, but still free to move around, then things will be very different going ahead. So I think January the 1st will be quite different, but not because it's January the 1st, but because of how so many things. I mean, only yesterday, Christmas Eve, people are still talking about Brexit, and I think today Brexit and Christmas Day, whatever your views, do not go together. They should not. They should not be spoken within a same sentence, unless other than to speak of how they are diametric opposites. It sounds like a mundane Christmas where people are talking about Brexit and shenanigans, but like I was saying on Facebook, trying to take something good from not just Christmas Day, not the pressure to enjoy one day and make it magical, trying to forget all of your problems and make it perfect. Of course, that's never going to happen, but to try and anything good, any day, not just Christmas Day, each and every day, if there is something good, then that's the whole point of being alive. That's the purpose. So that's why we exist. That's great. Whether it's playing a card game, speaking to friends on Facebook, enjoying a meal, cooking a meal, going for a walk, whatever it is, whatever you are planning, scheming. That's the innocence of Christmas. I understand I was asleep for much of Christmas. Somehow it's all a bit of a blur. So yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure if I'm making any sense at all today, because I seem to be perpetually sleep deprived. But one of the things I'm going to do today, before Christmas ends, is get some creative writing done, and that's something I enjoy very much, and I'm determined to do that no matter how tired I feel. I've roused myself into some hot water and some lots of chocolate, and the neighbours. So yesterday on Christmas Eve, there was a knock at the door, and there was this little boy suddenly standing at the front door who I recognised, and also an even younger, maybe 2-3-year-old girl, each of them holding a gift. The boy had a celebrations tin, and the girl had what I'm looking at right now, a Jacob's tin of cracker crisps. They were very nice. They were very flavourful, sour cream and chive, I believe. They were very nice. And so we gave them some chocolate, and I gave them a Christmas card I forgot to send the other day because I thought they'd gone out. So I thought I might have to wait until the new year or whatnot. I didn't know if they were staying, where they were, which house they would be staying in for Christmas. But yeah, they so that was very nice, and that was a nice, heartwarming. It's interesting because it's I suppose it's a part of. Oops, I think that's one of my friends messaging me. It's in part due to having such long sort of drawn out battles. Now a lot of people can relate to. It's hard to enjoy the moment. Everything's always about tomorrow. So the same is true for Christmas Day. If someone wishes you a happy Christmas, you're immediately feeling that they are referring to Christmas, even if it's on Christmas Day. They're referring to whatever. Also, it's also humbleness, I guess. It's been humble on their part. They don't believe they're giving you a gift. They're just saying, I hope that something happens. I hope you do something positive. But it's also nice to see those moments as being a part of Christmas. So that's so it makes you feel less empty. There's those the unexpected arrival from the neighbours, saying I hope you have a happy Christmas, but whether they realise it or not, they are a part of Christmas. They are also referring to themselves. They're and enjoying the meal and having some mulled wine, cooking, just trying to relax a little, just trying to, I would like to say catching up on sleep, but I don't know, the more I sleep, the more tired I feel. I don't know why I've been asleep for most of today. It's as though someone, I don't know what happened, someone laced my food with a sleeping potion of some sort, but so I'm determined again to try and get on top of health as much as I can, and get projects moving. I've been coming up with some ideas regarding stories, a sort of a story competition, but even before lockdown ends, this can still be done, because Zoom and Skype and what's not are not perfect, but we can work around technical issues and time issues relating to time zone and so forth. So that can start today. So it's important that we get rest, especially when working so hard. We don't give ourselves a break, just keep ploughing ahead, but we have to take stock, we have to rest, and remember to not feel guilty about taking a break. It's not a forsaken conviction or cause. It's an important part of not just making sure we can keep fighting and dreaming, but it's important in and of itself for all sorts of reasons. So you may be wishing that you're having a party of 200 people or 20 people, or you may be wishing you were at some sort of private cinema, or going in falconry, chasing eagles, being chased by eagles. I don't know, having a naked wedding. Whatever your ideas. That's not to say that's my. But whatever one is dreaming of, that there's a tomorrow that may happen. That may be able to happen tomorrow, and it's important to remember that also for those who don't have a tomorrow. That it's not wrong that we feel bad about our lives. We should never feel guilty over that. We should be more open and able to discuss whatever is on our mind. But it's also important to be aware of those who are stuck in different ways. Everyone is having very unique struggles, and we cannot simply look at someone's life and determine the strength of their suffering or so forth. I mean, suffering is a term that no one has ever really qualified, and it's still, however clever and intelligent we feel we are today in 2020, it's just trying to qualify that term is still incredibly difficult, and that's one of the battles we have going forward, reforming mental health, NHS services, psychiatry, and everything, pretty much humanity itself, the philosophizing and what's not. It's a we have loads of incredibly intense battles coming up ahead, and I know many which are coming up in my life, and I'm sure you know some which are around the corner in your life, and there will be the unexpected, of course, as well. But it's always a some may reduce it to, from their perspective, see it as something inferior by saying it's a cliche, but it's true that unity changes everything. It's emotionally, but also in a emotionally logical and logically emotional sense. Having an extra mind, providing extra alternative education and intelligence, someone to accompany through darkness and challenges really makes all the difference, and that's what I wish for all of you, and I hope you can get some sleep. And you may feel it's a great loneliness, but if you spend Christmas Day sleeping, at least that's, your body should hopefully, if it's not like mine doesn't seem to be recovering from sleep, recovering after sleep I should say, but if it's unlike mine, you should at least feel a bit well rested and ready for tomorrow. And just because the whole world, or some parts of the world, are celebrating Christmas today, and don't forget about different time zones, but even so the people right now, this moment, you don't have to. There was in some ways yesterday felt more like Christmas to me, and there's tomorrow, 26th, there are other days. It's the world's coming together, or trying to come together, but that's it. It's not the end of anything. If today is too difficult, or today is is too tired, part of the issue is falling asleep. So maybe I should go and get some more food, someone kindly cooked for us. So I'd hate to see it wasted. The young people put so much effort into things. So it's nice to it's nice to sort of step back a bit, and so I've got 2 eBay orders to sort out and other things. I'm putting that to the side for the moment. I'm sure people understand that it's Christmas. As it's Christmas, I'm saying no eBay today. No selling things off limits. I'll do some sort of work like creative writing, but some things are going to be off limits, and at least that takes away some stress momentarily. So yeah, wherever you are, whatever you are doing, stay true to your convictions, and it's going to be a rough ride for the world and yourself for your own unique reasons. But it doesn't. Darkness does not have to be permanent. I think there will be great changes that are not coming out of nowhere. They are not being magicked into existence. They are coming for certain some people around the world. It's due to the hard work you invested yesterday. It's about to manifest itself. I think very positively, and that will really change things going ahead, and make the road ahead a little smoother, a little more well worn, and that's good, because it's okay to retrace your steps and keep evening out the road. It's okay to retrace, and one can get into a cycle where you're second guessing, third guessing, fifth guessing, 10th guessing yourself. But it's okay to carefully reanalyze and take stock, and like I say, it's important to not confuse convictions with causes, and if you change your strategy, it doesn't mean you're abandoning that which you believe in. You're actually helping to ensure that whatever you believe in is being protected by checking that you're actually serving that, and not just the expression, how it's expressed. So you can spend Christmas however you want. You can watch the Justice League cartoon all day. You can go for a walk. You can speak to friends. And I must speak to my buddy who's she was baking a lovely cheese. I've never seen such a colourful cheesecake. I must ask for the recipe. It was so there was the sort of yellowy fact you'd expect, and then there was a sort of maybe orangey reddy component. So she's enjoying her food. She's in Hungary, and she had people around yesterday, maybe again today. It's everyone's having their own Christmas, and that's it. Every day, whatever you enjoy, whatever it's not you don't even have to have any kind of presents, or don't even have to have a tree up, or you can do whatever you want to do. It's your Christmas. But I will attach this video a video I made for my friend in Belarus of a tree, our tree. I think this video was taken before it was redecorated, actually, but I think it was taken in 4K, so quite a high quality recording. But I could not attach that to Skype. I had to downscale online because Skype has a limit. It only accepts relatively small files. So I cannot quite show her the original quality, but so happy Christmas, and hang on, the new year will be starting, and that will not force a change in circumstances, but it just so happens that the tide is turning, so it's important to grab that hope and not at all let go. Just keep hold of your dreams, and there will have to be a lot of sacrifice or ways to follow dreams, but surround yourself with the people who believe in you and are willing to support you, and do not be afraid of accepting help at any point. Every single person on the planet, without any sort of exception, has had help and continues to have help. They're not so much in COVID-19 times, but pre-COVID-19 times, when more people were shopping in person and online, you saw people queuing for their food. People packaged that food for them. People grew that food. People manufactured, branded, rebranded, sold, pitched. People do not birth themselves into this world. People, everyone has had help to come into this world and to continue to exist. Not a single person has any exception to that rule. However, even when going through the loneliest of times, just through the most basic of well, especially then when you don't have the energy to grow your own crops or whatnot, you're very extremely dependent on someone who can fetch food for you and give it to you, and that food that was obviously prepared in advance. So there's no need to feel guilty about feeling as though you're harbouring resources unfairly or whatnot. The people who harbour resources unfairly are the greedy, not the needy, or as in the innocently needy, the desiring and the innocent. So everyone is accepting help every single day. If you believe you can find an exception, go ahead and try, but it's impossible that there is no one who is not receiving help. Even someone living completely in the wild, they're dependent on nature rebirthing itself, and continuing that cycle, providing crops, the weather system. Everyone is dependent on something and someone. Every single person is dependent on something and someone. So we have to remember it's okay to accept it, and it's okay to want help as well. It's okay to want help and to question. Happy Christmas, and I hope you get some sleep, and I hope you join me with my projects next year. And I also hope that if you have any projects you would like to share, I hope that you can tell me about them, and I hope we can start catching up on sleep and starting to reset the world a little, get past this lockdown situation, and create some really energy. I think the whole world, pretty much all over, across every continent, pretty much is buzzing to imagine almost every single person on the planet with their own lifestyle and desires, just standing at the store, sitting in line, but mentally they're all just buzzing, waiting to burst open these doors, these universal doors which have closed everything, that everyone is eager to just stampede with a moment's notice and just break down the great impasse of 2020, and just boring political but extremely important ramifications we need to deal with, like Brexit, whatever, etc. I mean, just whatever's happening, Brexit, get over and done with, so that we can forge ahead, not a clean slate, because that's not how the world works. The world has to keep eating that which has been fed. So we've got a lot of serious ramifications due to what people asked for, people wanted, people desiring, but we also need clarity, so we can say, look, we've got enough battles on our plate. That's Brexit, that's done. It's always going to affect us, and always going to debate, and that's important. That's how it should be. It's not something you can forget, but we've got to absorb it in. It needs to stop being a specific talking point. It needs to be absorbed into wider reality, so we can really dissect it and focus on things on a much more individual, meaningful level once again, rather than just summing everything up superficially and saying, "Oh, that's Brexit, that's that." We need to be serious and deal with the great intricacies. Nothing's black and white. We have to take politics seriously, and particularly if we want it to mature and become meaningful again. We have to storm ahead, and so I hope that you enjoy yourself, and I look forward to working with you. Hopefully you'll join me, and hopefully 2021 will be full of new friendships and rediscovering old friendships, and going on grand new adventures. All sorts of things are in the pipeline, and we can work together on them, and really that's one of the key things. Really need so much unity now, more than ever, and so I'm keen to obviously I will, whatever's happening in the world, I'll always be working as hard as ever, but it really adds colour working with someone else. It's really it adds new dimensions and makes things meaningful in ways you had not anticipated. So I really look forward to bringing more people on board, and and we can maybe make the world a warmer and more upbeat place. We can but try, and that's what we're here for. So happy Christmas to you all.